When humanity first made contact with alien life, most people expected war. Some expected miracles. Almost no one expected silence. The alien empire, known as the Valkyrie Dominion, had arrived quietly. Their ships appeared above Earth like enormous silver petals floating in orbit. They did not fire weapons. They did not demand surrender. They simply watched. For 3 weeks, the world held its breath. Then one message came through every screen on Earth. We wish to observe. Nothing more. No invasion followed. No negotiations. Their massive fleet remained in orbit, observing humanity like scientists studying a newly discovered species. That was 22 years ago. And somehow, out of the billions of humans on Earth, I ended up being the one who opened the alien queen's locked chest. The human the aliens trusted. My name is Daniel Arlen, and I was not a soldier, politician, or scientist. I was an engineer. Specifically, a systems engineer specializing in mechanical restoration. My job for most of my life involved repairing old technology, things people assumed could never work again. Ancient satellites, deep-sea drilling equipment, even museum artifacts from early space exploration. Apparently, the aliens found that interesting. 6 months ago, I received a message from the United Earth Council. The Valkyrie Dominion had requested a human technician to assist in maintaining ancient technology inside their royal palace ship.
Not a team.
Not a group of experts. Just one.
Me.
To this day, I still don't know why they chose me. The palace ship. The first time I saw the Queen's vessel, I felt like an insect staring up at a mountain. The ship was nearly 10 kilometers long, shaped like a curved crown floating in space. Its surface shimmered with colors that shifted slowly, like oil on water. Docking inside it felt surreal. The interior didn't look mechanical. It looked alive. Walls pulsed faintly with blue light. Hallways curved organically, like the inside of a shell. Even the air had a strange, metallic sweetness to it. Alien guards escorted me through vast corridors until we reached the throne chamber. And that's when I met her, the alien queen. Queen Aerlith of the Valkyrie Dominion stood nearly 8 feet tall. Her skin shimmered like polished silver. Her eyes glowed faintly violet, and her long hair, if you could call it hair, floated slightly as if gravity barely affected it. Despite her alien appearance, something about her presence was strangely calm, commanding, ancient. When she spoke, her voice echoed inside my mind as well as through the translator device.
Human Daniel Arlen, she said.
You repair things others abandon. I nodded carefully. I try. Her glowing eyes studied me. Your species fascinates us. I wasn't sure how to respond to that. After a moment, she turned and gestured for me to follow. You'll assist us with a device that has remained sealed for centuries. The locked chamber. We traveled deep into the lower levels of the ship. The corridors grew darker, older. Dust, actual dust, covered sections of the floor. Finally, we reached a circular chamber guarded by 6 Valkyrie warriors. At the center of the room stood a pedestal, and on it rested a chest. Not futuristic, not alien-looking. It looked old, very old. It was made from black metal etched with symbols that pulsed faintly with blue light. And it was locked. Queen Aerlith looked down at it. This container has remained sealed for over 400 years. Why haven't you opened it? I asked. Her answer surprised me. We cannot. I blinked. You're telling me an interstellar empire can't open a box? Her glowing eyes met mine. It was designed specifically to prevent us from doing so. A strange feeling crept into my stomach. Then who made it? The queen paused. Then she said something that changed everything. Humans. The impossible truth. I laughed at first. I thought it was a misunderstanding in the translation system. Humans couldn't have built this, I said. 400 years ago, we barely had electricity. The Queen did not laugh. Your history is incomplete. Silence filled the chamber. She gestured toward the chest. Our records say a human created this container during the First Contact War. I frowned. The what? The Queen tilted her head. You truly do not know. And suddenly, I realized something terrifying. Humanity might have forgotten its own past. Opening the chest. The chest had no visible keyhole. Instead, it had a strange mechanical interface, something that looked almost familiar, like a puzzle lock. After examining it for a while, I noticed something odd. The locking mechanism used simple mechanical logic rather than advanced alien technology. Levers, rotating discs, hidden pressure points, the kind of engineering a human might create centuries ago. I began experimenting carefully.
Click.
A disc rotated.
Click.
A hidden latch released. The alien guards watched in complete silence. Even the Queen seemed tense. Finally, after nearly 2 hours of careful adjustments, the final lock disengaged. With a soft metallic sound, the chest opened. And inside was something none of us expected. The contents, not weapons, not alien artifacts.
Books. Dozens of them.
Old, worn books bound in leather. Alongside them sat a small metal projector device. I carefully lifted one of the books. The cover was written in English. Humanity's True History, Archive Record 01. My heart began pounding. The Queen stepped closer. Activate the projector. I picked up the small device and pressed the only button on its surface. The room darkened. A holographic image flickered to life. And suddenly, a man appeared. A human man. He looked straight at us. The message from the past. Hello, the hologram said calmly. If you're watching this, then the Valkyrie have finally opened the archive. My stomach twisted. The man continued. My name is Dr. Elias Carter, historian of the United Human Alliance. The Queen stepped closer. You recognize this person? She asked me. I shook my head slowly. No, but he looks like someone from the 1800s. The hologram smiled slightly. That's because I am. My mind struggled to process what I was hearing. Then he said the sentence that shattered everything. Humanity has already fought the Valkyrie Dominion once before. The room fell silent. The Forgotten wore the hologram began displaying images. Alien ships, human fleets, massive battles in deep space, entire star systems burning. This war began in the year 1873, Dr. Carter said. By then, humanity had already expanded beyond Earth. I stared in disbelief. That was impossible. We hadn't even launched the first airplane yet. But the images showed human starships, massive vessels bristling with weapons. Advanced. Powerful. The Valkyrie Queen watched silently. This conflict lasted 31 years. Carter continued. Humanity eventually defeated the Valkyrie Dominion. My brain refused to accept it, but the hologram kept playing. Human ships destroying alien fleets. Valkyrie worlds surrendering. The final image showed the Valkyrie Queen kneeling before a group of human leaders. The final decision, Dr. Carter's hologram looked tired. Humanity won the war, he said. But the cost was unimaginable. Images of ruined planets appeared. Billions dead. Entire civilizations wiped out. Our leaders realized something horrifying, Carter said. Humanity was becoming too powerful, too quickly. He paused. So, we made a decision. The hologram changed again.
Scientists.
Machines. Something that looked like a massive memory alteration device. We erased our own history. My heart skipped. Earth was reset to an earlier technological stage, Carter explained. All advanced technology removed. all knowledge of interstellar travel erased. The Valkyrie Queen spoke quietly. You imprisoned yourselves. Carter nodded. Yes. Why the chest existed. Dr. Carter's hologram pointed toward the chest. This archive contains the truth. Humanity's real history. Our technology. Our warnings. He looked directly at the viewer. We locked this chest so the Valkyrie could never access it. Only a human could open it. I felt the weight of those words. Carter's expression grew serious. If humanity ever reaches space again, this archive must be discovered. Because the galaxy fears us. Images flashed across the room. Alien civilizations watching humanity with fear. Strategic maps. Warnings. Humanity evolves faster than any known species, Carter said. Our creativity, aggression, and adaptability make us dangerous. The hologram paused. Even to ourselves. The Queen's secret. The hologram faded. Silence filled the chamber. I looked at the alien queen. You already knew some of this, didn't you? She nodded slowly. Yes. Then why bring me here? Her glowing eyes met mine. Because your species is approaching the same technological threshold again. I realized what she meant. Humanity was about to rediscover space travel. And you're afraid, I said. Yes. The Queen gestured toward the chest. But we are also curious.
She paused.
In our previous war, humanity defeated us. I crossed my arms. So, why didn't you wipe us out while we were weak? Her answer surprised me. Because we studied your species. And we discovered something extraordinary. Humanity's secret. The Queen picked up one of the old books. Humanity possesses a trait no other species has. Rapid moral evolution. I frowned. What does that mean? She gestured toward the holographic battle images still frozen in the air. During the war, humans developed weapons capable of destroying entire galaxies. I blinked. Galaxies? Yes. But your leaders refused to use them. The Queen looked at me carefully. Every other civilization we have encountered would have used such power immediately. But humanity hesitated. She closed the book. You chose restraint. The truth about humanity. I looked down at the chest. Thousands of pages of forgotten history. Technology far beyond anything humanity currently possessed. If this archive returned to Earth, everything would change. Our civilization could leap forward centuries overnight. But it might also repeat the same mistakes. The Queen watched me carefully. The decision now belongs to you. Me. You open the chest. Her glowing eyes softened slightly. You represent humanity. I laughed nervously. I'm just an engineer. Yes, she said. Exactly. The choice. I looked back at the books. The hologram device. The truth about humanity. For a long moment, no one spoke. Finally, I asked the question that mattered most. What happened to Dr. Carter? The Queen answered quietly. He died shortly after sealing the archive. I nodded slowly. He trusted future humans to decide what to do. The Queen tilted her head. And what will you choose? I took a deep breath. Then I closed the chest. The engineer's decision. I'm not taking this to Earth, I said. The alien guards shifted slightly. The Queen studied me. Explain. I tapped the chest. Humanity erased its own history for a reason. If we rediscover space naturally, we'll grow into it. But if we suddenly jump hundreds of years ahead, I shook my head. It could destroy us. The Queen seemed thoughtful. You are choosing ignorance. No, I said. I'm choosing time. The Queen's reaction for a long moment. The Queen said nothing. Then she did something unexpected. She smiled. You confirm what we suspected. What's that? That humanity has changed. She turned to the guards. Seal the archive again. The warriors closed the chest and locked it. The queen looked back at me. When humanity reaches the stars again, she said, perhaps you'll be ready for the truth. The real reason, as we left the chamber, I asked her one last question. Why were you really observing Earth for 22 years? The queen's glowing eyes looked toward the stars outside the ship. Because the galaxy remembers the first human empire. Her voice was quiet, and we wanted to know what humanity would become if given a second chance.
She paused.
Then she looked back at me. Now we know. Epilogue: the Valkyrie fleet left Earth orbit 3 months later. No explanation. No farewell message. Just silence. Humanity continues developing technology at its normal pace.
Slowly, carefully.
And somewhere deep inside a Valkyrie royal ship, a black metal chest still waits. Inside it lies the truth about humanity. A truth the galaxy once feared. And a future humanity might one day reclaim. But for now, the stars can wait.